Alright, today I get to play with what is probably one of the best handguns ever made. That's a high standard. This particular model is a high standard Victor, also known as the M107 or military model. It's a target pistol. It has a long barrel and adjustable sights. This particular model also has the adjustable sear on it. Not all of them do. However, most of your high standard 22 target pistols, there's about 10 different variants of them, will field strip the same, and about 90% of the armor's level teardown and reassembly on these is also going to be the same. As with any project, first and foremost, make sure the weapon is unloaded and safe. For most of these, magazine release is right here. You slide this forward to release the magazine. So slide that forward, the magazine should drop out. Slide, gripped right here. Not a particular fan of this, but it's a target pistol, not a combat pistol, so whatever. Pull that back to check the chamber. There's the chamber to lock that. Right there is the slide lock. Push that up, and that'll lock to the rear. Easier way to do that is just to leave the magazine in it, lock it to the rear on the empty magazine, and then drop the magazine. But once you've ensured that the magazine is, or correction, that the chamber is empty and the gun is safe, you can start a basic field strip. If you're starting with a closed gun, in order to field strip it, the internal hammer has to be cocked. In order to do that, you need to work the action to lock the hammer back. Also, to start the basic field strip, the slide has to be locked open. This is the takedown button. In order to take the gun down, field strip it, you got to depress that button. Very difficult button to depress, and if you haven't depressed it for a while or haven't taken the gun down for a while, it's not going to come down very easy. Take a nylon or plastic hammer, give that a couple of raps to break it free. Flip the gun over, put your finger through the trigger guard, and from this position, depress that button. And it's not going to be easy to depress. It does take some effort. Once you get that depressed, every once in a while, this thing's just too hard to get it off. Use the edge of the table to depress it. Just hold on to the barrel while you do so. Press it on the edge of the table, the barrel will come right off. What you're doing is that pin is locking into that slide lock right there. That's what you're trying to release. Rotate the handgun over and you'll see the slide lock. Pull back on the slide to release that. Let it go forward, and then just pull the slide right off the front of the gun. And there you have a basic field stripped high standard 22. With your upper and lower receivers reassembled and your barrel, now it's time to reassemble the field stripped firearm. In order to reassemble it, the hammer must be in the cocked position. So cock it. There's actually two positions. That's half cock, that's full cock. Take the receiver, obviously with the front of the receiver facing towards the front of the gun. Line up the grooves on the receiver and the upper receiver and lower receiver. Seat that. Pull it all the way back behind the slide lock. Raise the slide lock to lock it in the rear position. Now, if you look inside here, you will see the plunger has a little keyhole shape to it. You're trying to get the keyhole shape to wrap around that post. If you have strong enough fingers, you can do it by gripping the gun by the trigger guard and depressing that plunger. If you don't, or if you just don't want to put that much effort into it, place the button against the edge of a table, depress it against the edge of the table, and then slip that pin into the cutout in the plunger. Put it in there until it's fully seated, and then just release the plunger. Tap that button a couple times. Of course, with plastic or nylon, tap the top of the receiver just to make sure that it is in fact fully seated. But once you've done that, you now have your fully reassembled high standard Victor.